EA Sports. It's in the game.
EA College Football is finally out. The long-awaited 10-year drought has come to a close, and we can now all enjoy this game. Oh wait, never mind. We will be starting Road to Glory, which is pretty much the career mode. Everybody meet Ernie Tugin. He's trash. 60 overall quarterback with the improviser archetype, which honestly doesn't matter when you're that low of an overall anyway. What are you improvising for? Whether to throw your next pick six to the left or right corner? The only opportunity we have to even have a chance at starting is Northwestern, so I sign there. To start out, I get a free upgrade and use it. Now I'm in a practice for the team and have to complete challenges to determine my depth chart order. I did well enough for them to give me the backup quarterback role, which I honestly did not expect. I don't know if it's already predetermined that you'll be the backup or if I just got that lucky. Now every week I have 6 energy and 5 categories to upgrade. Upgrading Clueless will help your GPA in school and raise coach trust. Coach trust will be needed to unlock more plays in the playbook, as starting out you only get to pick 1 play. And lastly, unlocks your fan favorite ability, which increases your composure at home, which I actually don't know what that does yet. Does it just make the screen shake less? Because when you're at home it shouldn't shake at all anyway. So honestly, I really have no idea what that does. Leadership, which also upgrades coach trust. Team XP earned, composure, and the clear head ability. Health, which just lowers your chance of injury in the next game. XP, which works towards your next upgrade point, while also putting wear and tear on your body, increases your chances of getting injured. And then local hero, which will give you more chances at an NIL deal, and the road dog ability. I won't be starting anytime soon, so I pretty much just work myself as hard as I can in training to give me as much upgrade points as possible and compete in coaching drills to raise my coach trust. I found that I have an exam coming soon and chose to study a little, resulting in me getting in a C and lowering my GPA a little bit. If it ever falls below a 2.0, I can't play. I also have midterms for week 8. At week 7, we are 4-2, playing the Wisconsin Badgers, and it happened. Starting quarterback Mike Wright injured. Now it's go time. This is the first play on the field in my entire career, and he gets picked off in the red zone. To make matters worse, the Badgers even scored off of it and the 2-point conversion, entering us into overtime. The Badgers scored on their first possession, so we'll need to answer back, and we do exactly that off of a slant route that my receiver took to the end zone, winning us this game and pushing us to 5-2 on the season. The actual starter was only hurt for the rest of that game, meaning I'll have to grind out my practices to fight for the starting job. Week 10, the starter got hurt again, giving us our first ever career start, which will not be easy as I play the 12th ranked team, Ohio State. I couldn't get anything going on offense the whole game and even had a holding call prevent us from moving the ball any further, which Ohio State used to their advantage, putting up the first points of the game. It took us nearly the whole first half to finally put up points on the board in this impressive play by my receiver. Both offenses stalled yet again in the whole third quarter, but the fourth I came alive, scrambling on this play and diving into the end zone for the touchdown, giving us the lead in a game I thought we had no chance in, although Ohio State took the lead back instantly with just 44 seconds. I needed to drive down the field to win, and unfortunately threw an interception that he took all the way back for a pick 6, losing this game. And who do I play next week? No big deal, only Michigan. You know, that team that won the national championship last year. It is not looking good for us through the first quarter as we go scoreless with an average of 1.5 yards. We run wide receiver sweep, but we get a holding penalty that pushes us back and stalls this drive. But I still got us in field goal range and the kicker misses it. Entering the fourth quarter, we finally need to put up some points, but ultimately it wasn't enough and we lost 14-24. Of course, the starter just magically gets healthy again when we play Illinois, and yet still not managing to score the whole game, losing 20-0, ending our season at 5-7. We did not perform that good at all, with just 4 touchdowns and 5 picks, which led to us only getting 1 starting job, which was Kennesaw State, the worst team in the game. I'm trying to start and prove myself, so I had to take the deal to hopefully prove to other teams I'm capable of winning games. Starting this season as a 68 overall, week 1 I play against Wake Forest. First drive in my Kennesaw career and throw an 87-yard touchdown pass to Christian Moss. Next drive, my running back had fumbled leading to Wake Forest scoring, but it was only a field goal. I drive all the way down the field and throw another touchdown, and again scoring, giving us 21-6 lead by halftime. Although Wake Forest had a comeback brewing, thankfully we left the game with the win. I also won the next game as well, even though I played ugly against the preset FCS team. Entering week 3, nobody has scored yet, and I fumble in the red zone, giving up the ball. Midway through the fourth quarter, we still couldn't score until I threw this bomb to Bryce Dobson, taking it all the way for a touchdown. I was feeling it, so I went for a 2-point conversion and got that as well. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the ball back and lost 14-8, making that fumble earlier the difference in this game. Regardless of the loss, I still earned enough skill points to upgrade my throw power. Week 4 against UMass, numerous holding calls held us back from getting any productive drives, and yet still managed to win the game with the defense only allowing 6 points. Week 5, first drive on offense, and I throw a pick 6, and they score again very quickly, being down 14. I needed to score, and thanks to my receiver, he takes his pass to the end zone. We gain the ball back again, and my tight end takes his slant route to the end zone, tying it up just as quickly as they did. The defense did a good job pressuring me all game, causing me to force a throw I shouldn't have and throw another pick 6, which was my second in the same game. Down 14 points yet again, we need a miracle. Driving down the field and scoring a touchdown and converted on a 2-point conversion, making it only a 6-point game. Our defense holds them to no score and entering the red zone yet again with 30 seconds left, throwing this touchdown pass to win the game in probably my best and worst game of the year. My next 3 games, we go 2-1, giving us a very respectful 6-2 record, although fell short to Jacksonville. And in our next game, with the game on the line, 4th down, throw it to my tight end for the first, except he couldn't come down with it, missing the catch and ending the game here, while getting another loss on the season. At the end of the day, I was able to upgrade my player to a 73 overall now. We play our final game of the season against the Liberty Flames. We have no implications on this game, but the defense showed up, not allowing any points prior to halftime. Liberty did come back to score a touchdown, but we scored one of our own to really ice this game away. A last-second touchdown made this game a lot closer than it really was. Regardless, we won the game. Even though we ended this season with a winning record, this season was insanely frustrating. The true test of this team is right now as we play a bowl game in Hawaii against Oklahoma, which will be the hardest opponent all season. I don't plan on winning, but if our team performs well, it may make my decision harder to leave. Now, when I say I could not get anything going on offense, we could not get anything on offense. We only had 1 third-down conversion all game. Yeah. That's how bad it's been. Oh yeah, I've also been sacked 9 times today. Somebody, dear God, save me. If there was any reason to believe in this team, it was all thrown out the window with this performance. But with the real question, for who? Liberty Flames. The team I just beat is Kennesaw, but is an upgrade overall wise, as Kennesaw is only a 73. Entering the team, we have a bit of a QB battle, and I need to fight to prove that I'm the true #1 starter by doing random QB drills, fighting against the other quarterback head to head. Luckily, I won the starting job, and I also earned my first NIL deal with a fitness company, which gave me +5 stamina permanently. Week 1, we face off against Texas State. I was absolutely in my bag in our first game, scrambling and getting loose to throw touchdowns down the field, ending the game with a win 47-17, throwing over 300 yards and 5 total touchdowns, even winning CUSA Player of the Week. We kept that momentum going in our next 4 games, and we have a huge game this week. Just kidding, it's just Kennesaw. But I will say, I want to completely destroy these guys. I'm showing no mercy. Losing to this school after leaving them would be such an embarrassment. Our opening drive, it's 3rd and 16, and like I have been doing all season, I just throw it up to my tight end and he comes down with it, putting us in great position for me to take matters into my own hands, scrambling into the end zone with the contact and getting the touchdown. If I was able to control it, I would have went for 2 points here just to really set the tone, but it didn't matter because we got the ball in the red zone immediately again and threw a dot for the touchdown. Both offenses stalled in the 3rd until I had this huge play, throwing it to my receiver, and he took it for a touchdown. Ended the game with a final score of 31-3, proving I made a good decision to switch schools. After such a dominating performance against Kennesaw, I got humbled very quickly, as next game I threw not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 interceptions, most of which in the red zone, and fumbled the ball at midfield, putting up 0 points and losing by a touchdown in what was probably my ugliest game of my career, and it only goes downhill from there, throwing my second pick 6 to lose against UMass in the same game, then losing our next game to Florida International. We now play 2-8 New Mexico State. The game is over before it even started, scoring 3 touchdowns in our first 3 drives. I legit got benched in this game, and our team went off in the sim, ending the game with 94 points. Again, this team was good, but incredibly inconsistent, losing 31-3 to Boise State, coming off a game where we dropped 94 points. We lost again, ending our season at 9-4. But again, I want to win a championship, which is not here. Entering the transfer portal yet again, here I actually received some 3-star offers. My final 3 teams were Baylor Bears, Iowa State, or Texas Tech. After researching over each team's roster, I finally made my decision. Texas Tech. Welcome Ernie Tugin. In my 4th year, I finally feel as though I'm on a team I can truly win with. And of course, I had to edit my guy to look a little older. After nearly 2 quarters of no one scoring, I scored 3 straight touchdowns, winning our first game on the season, and getting a shutout. This league was not ready for prime Ernie Tugin. I was finding ways to score, whether that was running, throwing, running while throwing. I finally was able to understand the game, and it showed as we won 5 out of our first 6 games by blowouts, with the 1 loss being against the #2 ranked team on the season. Now we face off against BYU. Texas Tech is the 5th ranked team so far, and I'd like to extend that. Although I couldn't get anything going on offense yet again, we couldn't convert on the easy plays. That was until 3rd quarter was ending, and I scrambled into the end zone, but we were still down by 7. Defense got a turnover, and we got the ball back right away. I threw an aggressive pass to try to get into the end zone, but it was shut down by the defense defense, and the next play got a holding call that they declined to bring up 4th down. Only getting a field goal, thankfully they did not score, giving us another chance. Although on a 3rd and 21, I scrambled to get the 1st down and keep this drive alive. Another 3rd down, we need to score, and I just throw it up to my receiver who came down with the ball. I couldn't even tell if he was open or not. I just hoped he was and just threw it. It worked out now. Defense needs to stop them, and of course they score a touchdown. We still have plenty of time to score back, and starts off with me scrambling for the 1st down and then squeezing this ball into triple coverage for the completion. But then unfortunately I got ball hawked on the next play. Even while leading my receiver, somehow the pass was behind him, and we lose 28-17 in a heartbreaker, which also lowered our rank from 5 to 15. Conveniently enough, we now face the new number 5 ranked team. This is easily the biggest game of my career. We dropped them off with ease while having 5 touchdowns and over 250 passing yards, putting us back into the playoff mix. Realistically, I can only lose one of these next 4 games, and it would have to be TCU. Just before halftime, up by 3, I throw this ball up and the receiver catches it. I've said this numerous times, but this pass might be the best of my career. Okay, hold on a second. Actually, I lied. I forgot about this play. This is the best throw I've ever had. On the run and put it exactly where it needed to be. For either my receiver to catch it, and then our running back called game, winning this game 26-14. Then won my next 2 games against Baylor and Iowa State, which were the other 2 teams I was considering before joining Texas Tech earlier this year. Now we are the 2nd ranked team, which I do not know how, because the last 3 games we didn't really play anyone good. Regardless, we now play TCU. I think we clinched the postseason even with the loss, but you can never be too safe. TCU was not going out easy, scoring first possession and had the lead for majority of the game before we took it back just before halftime and carried that lead to the end, winning 21-16. For the first time in my career entering the playoffs, but have to play against Cincinnati for the conference championship, winner getting a 1st round bye in the playoffs. We drove the field with ease, and I scrambled into the end zone for a touchdown. Cincinnati came right back, scoring and tying us. Both offenses stalled out until the final 2 minutes before halftime, where I scrambled here and threw a touchdown pass to go up 7 into overtime. Entering the 4th, Cincinnati tied it up yet again, and on a 3rd down I must convert. I throw a quick pass for the 1st, and again threw downfield, which got caught nearly for a touchdown, but was tackled at the 5-yard line. Somehow, we couldn't find a way to score, leaving us at the 1-yard line. I was trying to go for it, but the coach believed in our defense, so he took the field goal. He was more disciplined than me, and it worked out as we won by 3. With the 1st round bye clinched, we now play Notre Dame in our first ever playoff game. They beat Miami 35-14 to get here, who also went 12-1 and entered as the 6th seed, playing in what could be my last college football game of my career. Everything I've done up to this point was for this game right now. Notre Dame instantly scored a touchdown in just 50 seconds, and I hand this ball off. The running back takes it deep into the opponent's territory, but gets hurt on the play and will be out for the rest of the game when we needed him most. The drive ends with an incomplete pass, and we kick a field goal. Little did I know, that would be the only points we could get until the 4th quarter, where I got very lucky on a tipped ball for a touchdown, which again would be our only touchdown of the whole game, losing in disappointing fashion to the eventual national champions, ending my college career here. I did export my player and do plan on using him in the upcoming Madden, so subscribe to not miss those. One last thing, I just want to say thank you for all those who've watched through this whole thing. Secondly, to EA, I can't believe I'm even saying this, but honestly this game is pretty good, and EA did a good job. It's been 10 long years for this game, and it's finally here, and it was well worth the wait.